Podbean, YouTube, and
like
Facebook.
us, love us, share us.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff. You better love us and share us. Sharing is important.
I think sharing is very important.
Sharing is
important. Tag us.
How y'all doing tonight?
Tag us.
Tag you.
How you doing? How you doing, Mona?
What's up, Mo?
I'm good. What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
How you feeling? Okay.
Mo's
You don't have
great.
you don't have the corona anything.
Listen, my throat hurts. I had some cheap beer last night, so I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Oh shit, Corona Mona. No, we don't want to wish that on you. how you doing, Jeff Jones?
No, I'm breathing, man. Breathing.
Okay. Breathing in and out.
Feeling good, man. Breathing in and out.
Feeling in and out. That's good. That's good. And listen, I'm doing good. It's one of those Mondays. It's been one of those days.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Mondays can get sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, but it was definitely all good.
I thought it was Tuesday today.
You thought it was Tuesday?
Today's Monday.
Today's Monday, brother.
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Today's February 3rd.
February 3rd.
You know, yesterday.
This is a short month.
Yeah.
And let me give a shout out to Tracy Turner, my wife. Today's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Tracy!
Today's her birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Yeah, okay, wrap it up before y'all sing that shit
We
too
go
long.
Okay, listen, so, a preview of today's show. We got current events, all the stuff that's going down, coronavirus, Super Bowl, all that good stuff.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day, the weather's warm. We got Black Entrepreneurs Spotlight. Okay, we got the new segment, Mona's segment called...
What was I thinking?
I was just thinking.
Don't even ask me what
Yeah, what was I thinking? I was just thinking.
And so we got Jeff's, we got tips, financial tips with Jeff today.
That's right.
And then we got Malik's motivational, and then we're going to close the show. We don't have an interview today.
We don't have an interview today.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, current events, we got a lot going on, Jeff. Talk to me about what's going on.
Man, this corona thing is ill, man. I just got a little something I want to play right here.
Oh, goodness.
Care in the appropriate level of infection control.
Samples are now being sent to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta, Georgia. It can take 36 to 48 hours to get the results. Mayor de Blasio urging the CDC to allow testing to be done here in New York City.
Yeah.
We clearly have the capacity here.
Why we gotta send
So
it
I
all the way
know
to
the
Atlanta?
CDC has its hands full, but it would actually help everyone. It would also help the CDC to authorize New York City to do this testing.
The mayor says anyone who has traveled to China and is feeling sick should immediately go to the nearest medical facility.
If you have the symptoms, don't wait. Don't wonder what it is. Just go get medical care. If it turns out it is this disease, that is not the end for you. A lot of people are going to come through this, but then job one becomes making sure they don't infect anyone else.
There are now 8 confirmed cases in the United States and over 12,000 worldwide. At least 259
It was 5
people
last
have
week,
died.
right?
The coronavirus is transmitted
That was
by
8.
droplets that can be spread by coughing and sneezing.
The most likely way to be infected by...
So listen, 12,000 worldwide, 8 in America. See, that's the type of stuff I just don't believe. We was talking before the show, Mo, and my thing is, that's where they get me. Like, 12,000, first of all, 12,000 worldwide means 100,000 worldwide.
Possibly. It all depends on the strain. It all depends on the person who contracted it and what their immunity is to it. You don't know who's passed it on and who's not.
And they don't...
Who's reporting it. You got... How many people get sick with the flu and they don't report it?
Okay, so that's a good point. So you're saying numbers can never be totally accurate.
Right.
So with that being the case...
Well, so you thinking that there's something more to this? You thinking that the numbers ain't right?
That's what I'm... I feel the same. She
I
just
feel
said
the
it because
same.
how do you know how many people actually have it?
I'm feeling the same way too because the numbers is changing and the way it's changing, and I don't know.
I think people will probably are reporting it more so because they're like, okay, I thought I just had symptoms of a flu, but just like with the flu, you can die from the flu, and this virus, you can die from it too.
Yeah, and so they always want to make America seem better. 12,000 worldwide, 8 in America.
Right.
I don't trust them. 8 It's probably 800.
Well, they had a boy. I think I saw the article, and they had the student. I think you sent it to us, and he has a different strain
Gotcha.
of the coronavirus because the coronavirus it has been around. It's nothing new. Like if you've seen like the big hype that some people are saying that it's written on the Lysol can, saying that it's been here. It's different strains. The flu has been here, but every year it's like a different strain.
Right.
A few different strains come around.
I got you.
So it's like it's a coronavirus, but it's a different strain of it, probably making it more powerful than what it usually is.
I'm hearing that there's a lot of parents that was once against flu shots. Now they having their child
I would never give my child a
have
flu
a
shot.
flu shot.
No?
I would
Never.
never do that. Well, now it's a requirement from what I'm hearing
It's a
with the kids
requirement,
now.
especially
But
in the
where?
preschools.
For the preschool.
In the
Oh,
preschool.
hell no.
If you don't have it, you get put out
If
preschool.
you, yeah, that's it. Before, once upon a time, it wasn't like that. No
But
more
I
than
see
now.
more people getting sick after they get the flu shot.
Yeah.
I have never. Look, thank God, I haven't really been sick at all.
Gotcha.
I might get a little minor symptoms in the seasons, but for the most part, I don't get sick, and I've never. Not to say I haven't been exposed. I'm just saying, like, that flu virus, I see people get really ill.
Yeah, because what they shoot you with makes you sick.
Right.
So
it's
do they have
a
some-
version of the flu.
So do they have something for corona?
As
I
far
guess
as-
they haven't developed it
I
yet.
haven't heard that they've developed anything for that coronavirus yet. I'm starting to think that it's just a way for us to be, for insurance to make more, for the hospitals to make more money.
That's the angle you going with it.
I'm starting to think that
Just to scare people up.
now it's just people getting afraid. Some people are going to the hospitals now just to check. They don't even
so
have the
now more
symptoms.
people are
Well,
going
they
to the
just told them to
hospitals.
do that. He just told them to do
Clinics
that.
now. So
Yeah.
I think like sometimes when they get to this point, it's getting the world scared,
Okay.
and now
And that
I
makes
can-
more money for the medical
It makes
industry.
more exactly.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely, always.
Wow. See, so
Exactly.
we'll see. We're going to be
But
following this.
listen, if you're having symptoms, go to the doctor. Don't try to stay home and diagnose yourself. Get off of WebMD. If you're sick, go to the doctor because you don't know what it is. So don't sit, just because you think it's a conspiracy, don't try to medicate yourself and heal yourself. If you don't know what it is, go to the
That's a
doctor.
fact. That's
Yeah,
important.
somebody was saying to me, make sure you wash your hands.
Yeah.
It's very
You
important
know,
to wash
I
your
see
hands.
people, if you coming from outside, don't go straight to the refrigerator. I have to tell my nephew that all the time.
I mean,
Don't
that's-
run straight to my refrigerator after you come from outside.
Well, that's true.
For most people, that's always a tradition. Like you don't sit on your bed when you come from outside.
Listen, you would think
Yeah.
I was talking a different language. When I say, you just get out of the subway, why would you sit on your
Yeah.
bed?
Yeah.
And the subway be nasty.
Somebody's nice.
Yeah, bed bugs.
What else we got, y'all?
Well, Pixar, Tiny Phil, and what's that other character? They saw their shadow, so that predicts an early spring.
Early spring.
Early
spring.
Yes.
Y'all believe in that?
Yes. I believe in the groundhog.
and sometimes
I
I
don't
do,
know.
sometimes I don't. Well, you had 3 others. They predicted 6 more weeks. But the thing I want to know is, when did winter start? Like,
I mean, we never had
December
winters.
21st.
no,
Oh, but I
but
get what you're saying,
it's
but
like
it hasn't been
freaking
warm.
warm out here.
Right. So the groundhog is saying it's ending early.
Yes.
It's about to be a wrap.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a coincidence for a few years when the ground, what they see their shadow, that's when they predict winter is going to be. That's winter.
I believe them.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
nature.
It's nature. They know a little something about what.
Nature know they
Somebody
stuff.
got bit one time, right? I think
Yeah, Bloomberg. Bit the shit out of Bloomberg. Motherfucker, Bloomberg was pissed. He probably got that shit killed.
wasn't that like 2-3 years ago or something?
Yeah. What else we got, man? Coronavirus. Groundhog is saying, I saw the geese around.
Yeah,
The
but
geese
you know
had
what?
left.
This is scary. This is the second warmest winter that we've had in the last 5 years.
Climate change.
Climate.gov was just like saying that it's kind of like these last few years,
It's warm.
it's really warm.
It's warm.
It's warm.
It's
So
warm, man.
global warming is real, y'all.
Global warming. is
Yeah, I
real.
mean, we really
And then
haven't
they
had no-
also said that the water's too warm in the Hawaii, so it's killing the Dungeness crabs, and like this carbon monoxide is
Oh,
changing.
man, I hate
So
that
it's
stuff
like
that.
the sea animals
Let's
are
keep it
being
moving. We got some more
affected.
stuff.
Was it you that was telling me about the birds?
The geese. The geese are here. They didn't leave.
They probably never flew.
They like it don't make sense to fly. It's
Right.
about to warm up.
Right.
Why we
They was
flying?
like, yo, when it was winter, y'all. We in Miami.
They look confused.
Or they just like it doesn't make sense to go because we're gonna come right back. So why go?
So that was a clear indicator that the weather wasn't getting that.
They know that I see them. They at the local
Right.
parks. The geese are here, so it's gonna be warm soon. Talk to me. What else you got?
You got Giants, right?
Giants.
Giants.
No, I'm sorry.
The Chiefs.
Football.
Who did you
Super
bet
Bowl.
on?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Did you see it? Did you see the
I
game
saw it.
last night?
Great game.
It wasn't.
Good game, man.
Okay.
I like when the Super Bowl's a good
They-
game. Kansas City Chiefs won.
I didn't really care about halftime with J-Lo.
No,
She said she
Shakira.
loved
I
it.
didn't care about Shakira.
I like Shakira better than J-Lo.
Do you? But
Yeah.
I think J-Lo did an excellent job.
Shakira's sexy.
J-Lo is a performer.
I don't like J-Lo.
Why?
I heard when J-Lo be in the Gucci, I was in a Gucci store in Manhasset, and they said when she comes in there,
She wants the whole store cleared out.
well, she does that sometimes, and if she doesn't clear the show out, she makes it known that nobody can look at her.
With J-Lo?
Nobody can look at her.
Wow.
I didn't really
I don't
care
like
about her
that.
performance yesterday. Like
I didn't care about her performance.
I felt that
I don't like Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is responsible for all the.
What?
I think Jay-Z is responsible now for all the.
For the music, for the
For the
halftime?
Super Bowl
The halftime.
halftime?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh,
if it
how do
starts-
you feel about Beyonce and Jay-Z not standing up for the anthem? I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
they didn't stand up. They
Who
sat
cares?
down. Yo, it is what it is. I mean,
But
but if you
that
go to
white couple in
games,
front of them didn't stand up, so are we talking about them?
but a lot of if you go to a lot of basketball games and baseball games and football games, a lot of people, black people and people of color don't stand. They be sitting there. We was doing that before, like 20 years ago. Me and my sons went to a game. We was just sitting there
Right.
doing the anthem.
Right.
So it's like
But let me tell you, real patriot people will get at you and look at you like, why are you not standing up for the anthem?
They've looked at us before, but it was never really a big thing. They looked.
You feel that there's a reason that they don't stand? You feel like,
There's a reason who don't
I
stand.
mean, when people don't stand.
Have you listened to the national
Like-
anthem? It ain't for us, bro.
Well,
What do you mean there's a reason? I
I mean-
just think black people don't generally get up for it. I know I didn't always.
Sometimes I don't.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes it depends on
I
how
don't
I
want
feel.
to. I never wanted to put my hand over my chest.
Yeah, and all
Not
that.
even in school.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it because I didn't really know which hand at what point.
Your right hand. Over here.
Okay.
So special.
Anything else occurred in this?
Special.
I'm sorry. Yo, I gotta admit, back then, I was like this hand. I didn't wish that.
Okay, well, you know, I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America.
I got it coming.
However, you know, what else we got current events? You sent me a whole lot of stuff.
It was so much time I sent you, yeah.
Because we're about to move on to black entrepreneurs.
Oh, they decided not to put their vote in for the impeachment yet. So we had having a president's going to do his speech tonight, I think.
Tomorrow. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always on a Tuesday.
But he still doesn't have he can't gloat about the failing of the Democrats at his speech. So
yeah, but he
we'll
will
have that to
But
look
he will
forward to.
gloat that it was that it's gonna happen.
Yes, right.
So the Republicans basically have sold the soul of the country. There is no coming back from this for them. And they have, and I know Jeff got some more current events, but they have taken us into a place of, and I think they're consciously doing this, that they want to set up another republic another kind of way.
Oh yeah.
Because when you're doing this, you're saying that for now on there, we're going to play by a new set of rules. And I think that's because we had a black president. And they are like, yo.
I think they want like the Brexit
They're
kind
like,
of deal.
yeah, we're going to break this down and build this back up differently.
And make it more socialism or basically for the rich.
Yeah. So they're going to break this down.
Yeah,
What else you got, Jeff?
You guys heard about? I'm sure you heard about the young kids that stole the Catholic charity.
Yeah, I saw the accident.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Where was that at?
That
I
was
in St. Albans.
In
St.
Albans.
on like
They was
119th
flying.
Avenue.
119th?
Yeah, 119th
Yo,
Avenue.
man, let me tell you something. These kids, nobody,
What happened?
nobody
What actually
died.
happened?
The driver of the stolen truck is
How-
speaking out.
How
now.
many of them was it?
It was 3.
Okay, how old were
It
they?
was 3.
How badly were they injured?
Shit, man.
Teenagers?
There was
Probably.
teenagers. It
Okay.
never
Probably.
really
They were
stated-
supposed to be in school.
It never really stated their age, but it happened in Baisley, over there by Baisley Boulevard.
Okay.
You know, yo, it's just
It was supposed to be a 4-way stop,
Right.
and the person stopped, but since it was a 4-way stop, they started going. All you see is this white truck just barreling down the avenue, and then it flips over.
Flipped.
Both, like, yeah.
Why did they happen?
Wow.
And there was food in there and stuff?
It
because
was it was
So there's people that didn't get their food for the day.
No, actually, he said he got another truck to come to finish his delivery. So thank God that happened.
it slammed into a house, of course, and there was people in there, and thank God nobody died.
No.
Oh, man, it's sad, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
they did at the day of. They didn't say who got injured.
y'all really,
Yeah, and I think that happened Wednesday, right? Yeah.
y'all really had fun. Good for y'all, man. And we're about to go into our segment of the show of the Black Entrepreneurs Spotlight. And let me tell you something. There's some dope stuff going on in the Black community
Yes, it is.
across America. A great magazine for you to check out is Black Enterprise Magazine. You don't have
That's
to
dope.
actually get the magazine, but you can online. So my first article is about this sister who was homeless. She went from being homeless to opening up her own restaurant. And the reason why that jumped out at me, because, you know, America is a country of success stories. And I love success stories.
Right.
So being a single mom, being a single expecting mother is difficult enough. But being single and pregnant without a home would be just imaginable to many. However, one woman has gone through the experience and came out victorious. 5 years ago, Brooke Coleman, shout out to you, Brooke, was a single, pregnant, and homeless. That's a little tough. Being single and pregnant it's challenging. But as Coleman stated, I was going through a struggle. One night I looked at my family and decided I was never going to be in that situation again. I knew if I worked hard, I would never have to go back to that shelter. So obviously she was in a shelter. However, Coleman refused to give up and feel homeless since she still had a dream and wanted nothing more than to accomplish it. Coleman first decided to attend a culinary arts program at Sinclair Community College. Once she completed the program, she decided to create a small catering service that eventually gained her a nickname, Chef B. That's kind of hot. Right? It wasn't long after Coleman took the plunge and took a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to open her own restaurant that she decided to name her restaurant Stuff Enough.
Stuff enough?
Stuff Enough.
That's dope.
That's cute.
Yo.
That's dope.
What is it specialized in?
Is that a dope name? Stuff Enough. Yeah, so Stuff Enough offers chicken wings along with 8 dips. They added a soul food menu that can be all you can eat buffet or take out every Sunday. As a result, her customers enjoy the sheer variety of excellent food and great customer service. Yo, listen. Check out Stuff Enough.
Is that article you
That's
said
a
Black
dope
Enterprise?
name.
Black Enterprise Magazine.
Check out the article on Black
Check it out, man.
And then
And
look
check
it up and maybe we can
That's just one of those-
support her.
That's just one of those names
support
that you
her.
could like.
Stuff enough.
that
Stuff
just-
Enough.
You can't. I could imagine. I want to know how the logo look.
But you know what? You know, it's gonna make you. I know Stuff Enough. If I'm passing there, I'm gonna go in.
Where is it? Where is she?
Where is she located? Let's see where she's located. Oh, we're gonna have
Enough.
to. It doesn't say where she's located. That's a little strange, right?
It should be in the article.
Yeah, it's not in there. Kind of
Stuff enough.
Stuff Enough, man. You know, and that just goes to show anybody that anybody can do anything.
Absolutely.
It's no excuses.
Homeless
Yeah.
is a state of mind as well as, it's not just the position you're in.
How about that guy with the golden voice? Remember that guy? He was homeless.
Look at him
Years
with the golden
ago,
voice.
years ago they had a guy with a golden voice.
Him.
You know,
But
I
I
don't
don't think I think he went back to using drugs.
Did he?
probably did.
Yeah.
Well, look at Tyler Perry. Hello. Tyler Perry was homeless.
Yeah.
He
Tyler Perry
refused. He refused to quit. Look where he is now.
Exactly.
Tyler Perry was homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Perry was homeless.
Well, you got now. You got a stadium, man.
Yo, listen, nobody actually has done what Tyler Perry's done.
No.
No.
As far as, and they say that Kobe was on his way to doing some stuff similar.
I believe it. But I don't think that's why he died.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think some people were reaching when they were trying to come up with conspiracy
Dr.
theories.
Umar.
about-
Dr. Umar was really. We're gonna talk about that.
I love Dr. Umar though, but
Yeah, but
he
he-
be reaching
He,
with some of his stuff.
He's actually. I mean, some of this. I mean, it does make sense though, but
Some conspiracy theories. I
everything
believe
ain't. Some things are accidents,
everything.
man.
Right. Everything's a freaking.
Everything isn't. Let me finish with the Black Entrepreneurs
Right.
Spotlight. So, Target has Black History Month collection, and it's lit. So supposedly Target is really, really getting behind Black History Month. And if you could go in your local Target, you'll see. But this one particular one in San Francisco has a Black History Month section. And it's so exciting. You know, Black Enterprise, this writer is talking about, first of all, I was blown away by the uplifting and fashionable t-shirt line. Secondly, I couldn't believe that there was an entire section dedicated to Black excellence. Black excellence, not just, you know, Martin Luther King and, you know, we kind of get stuck in the Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, Malcolm X. And it's like, yo, come on, man.
Basic. Oh, Negro, do you do right? History.
Yeah, the whole civil
you
rights.
could be peaceful and still have your voice heard instead of, you know, there are a lot of move shakers. Maybe they weren't ethical with some of their practices, but nonetheless were necessary.
Yeah, and they said, you know, according to Black Enterprise, you know, they have an assortment of spotlight of heritage, legacy, and impact on the Black community. Now in its fifth year, the collection is available in hundreds of stores across the country online, and includes more than 100 items for $29 or less. Target is also a shining spotlight on products from Black-owned businesses that are carried in our stores year-round, which is true.
Yeah, they do. They do a lot of hair products.
Yeah.
1/3 of the Black History Month's products are from Black-owned businesses, including Lip Bar, Alley K Naturals, and et cetera, et cetera. So, and they do have like a whole section of Black-owned businesses.
Shout out to Target. Thank you for supporting
Yeah,
Black
Target.
entrepreneurs.
I mean, shoot, I shop there, so you know that's peace right there, man.
Well, they do make a lot of money off our community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
You know,
They really do.
so, and you know, we hear a lot about companies merging and big corporations merging, like J.P. Morgan and Chase merged. Now it's called J.P. Morgan, State, and Chase. But there's also been, just recently, 2 Black investment banks merged to become the largest minority and women-owned financial firm. So these 2 brothers and sisters, man,
okay.
Christopher J. Williams and Susanna Shank. I don't know if y'all can see it. Good looking brother and sister.
Where's that article found?
On Black Enterprise magazine.
Okay.
Good looking brother and sister, man. 2 Black investment banks have combined forces to create a financial powerhouse that will dominate the nation's minority women-owned investment banks and become stronger competitor to majority Wall Street firms. So now they got to compete. You know, Lehman Brothers, Goldman Sachs, which I mean that ain't easy. But listen,
It's not.
you got to get in the game to do it, right? Seabird, Cisneros, Shank and Co. LLC, number 2 in tax-exempt securities with $5.4 billion in lead issues, and number 4 in taxable securities with $1.1 billion in lead issues on BE Investment Bank's list, and the Williams Capital Group (LNP) number 2 taxable securities was $1.1 billion in lead issues, number 4 in tax-exempt securities. Announced today they will merge to leverage each firm's experience, strong industry position in corporate and municipal underwriting, debt and equity, sales and trading. So here you got two. First of all, they making some motherfucking money, which you don't hear a lot about.
Right.
Sure
Black
are.
businesses doing.
Yep. They sure are.
But not only that, they have come together and say, "Yo, man, let's come together." Why? Because they do this.
Right.
Let's stop the shit.
Right.
Not getting along. Because they could have did that, and maybe they did do it for a time.
Yeah.
Yo, man, let's come together so we can rock with the big boys. And that's what is possible. I don't want to hear black people don't do business right.
Right.
Here you have two black-owned companies that's making more than $1 billion a year.
Wow.
It's real. It's happening.
There's probably some more too that people don't even know of.
Yeah, well, one of them was number 4 on the list. So we just read that they number 4. So that means there's 3 others making more.
It's a lot.
Absolutely.
But you know, 2 of them, they came together. So yo, shout out to y'all, man. Keep doing your thing.
Right.
I love to hear that, man.
I like to hear when
keep
people
rolling.
just merge and do business together because we can't do it by ourselves.
Can't do it by ourselves.
Can't do it by ourselves.
It's like
And we're done with that segment, and now it's time.
You know what I was thinking?
What were you thinking?
what was you thinking?
You know what I was thinking, guys?
What were you thinking, Mona?
What were you thinking?
Well, okay, so I had a conversation this weekend, and the topic came up that 4 a.m. in the morning, her man's trying to get some action. So we had our conversation. I'll probably put some things out there, but I'm not the intimate details.
Okay.
But
I like details.
yeah, of course.
Me too, especially details like this.
But yeah, so I wanted to know how important is a man's sex drive at 4 a.m. in the morning? Like what is it about, the wee hours of the morning where men feel that they have to, explore you in such a intimate way? Because there's something that you said, I was like,
Well, what it is,
I heard that before.
What it is it's called the Goodwood.
The Goodwood?
The Goodwood. Sleep. Now just or we have a 1-2 o'clock.
Okay, where you live together. Let's just say you live together.
Right. So you live together. What
Right.
happens is that time of morning when you wake up
Right?
is some serious wood
Really?
for us. It's just hard.
It's an important time for us when it comes to that time because you know how we wake up, we tend to go to the bathroom a lot.
It's just hard.
And it's just important to us, Mo.
Well, okay, so one of the
That's
I'll say this from my experience. One of the hardest things for me is to wake me up to engage in sexual activity.
Okay.
That for me is like, okay, now I have to be conscious. So basically, you going into, and I hate to say it, rape mode, because I'm just like dead to the world, and it's uncomfortable. It's waking
uncomfortable?
up at first. Yes.
Well, there gotta be something that can wake you up. So
what would you suggest a man do to wake his woman up in the wee hours of the morning? Because one of the complaints.
Play with her breast. Play with her breast.
Play with her breast.
I'll say just go straight for the kill and just go down on her.
Ooh. Yeah.
That's gonna require.
Did she wash before she went to bed?
Okay, but what if she's like, oh no, like leave me alone, because she's like has an extremely stressful work schedule, and
she has to get up in the morning.
She has to get up in another hour or two.
That can be a problem.
It is
That can be a
So
problem.
one of the solutions was like, well, you need to probably satisfy him before you go to bed on your time. So therefore, even if he doesn't get it at 4 a.m., he still doesn't feel rejected.
Yes.
But is he able to get some, like, when you wake up to go to work in the morning? Like, let's just say
I don't
7.
think the way that I don't think so. I don't think he's able to get some before he goes to work. So one thing I said to her, I said, I'm just going to let you know, this is how side chicks are made. If you want to keep rejecting him.
Oh, so what happened was he wanted some at 4 and she said no and she turned him down.
Continuously.
And
She
does
has a
it
stressful
often.
schedule, yes. And so basically she
And
has
then
to write
she
her
leaves him
briefs.
all day.
So she writes her briefs and it's tedious. So she said to me, she's like, just think of it as you're in college and you have a 20-page paper due every day.
Oh, that could be something.
Right.
In a case like that, he can't hold it to anything. I mean, if she's tired, she's tired.
But if
So
he's
how
horny, he's horny.
But
If
this
he's
is
horny,
life.
he's horny, but he has to understand. I mean, if that's his lady.
But this is her career, and this is something that's going to be going on every day.
Now,
so how long do you put up with that?
Listen, if she's holding out, then there becomes a problem in a relationship. That's it. Come on. What happens when a man is not sexually pleased? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
it becomes a conversation.
Yeah.
I think
Now,
that's
what
important.
Let me, and a question I would have for her, and we're gonna move on to Jeff's tips of the day. What if he didn't ask?
Right.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun.
And how long would you
I didn't
go
think about
on
that.
before you? And how long would you let it go on before you stepped up to say, "What was going on? Let's do this."
Dun, 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 dun. Go
Yeah.
to bed earlier, baby. Give him some
That's
info.
it.
Do it on your schedule.
Give him some info.
There's always going to be a resolution, but it can't be something that.
You might not.
Exactly.
He'll settle for some wood. Period.
Well, you know what? Maybe she needs to let it happen and see how good that wood is, and then maybe she'll
I think
let it
it's
happen.
happened, but I think it might be expecting too much at this point.
All right. Well, listen.
Every morning might be too much for her.
We got Jeff's financial tips with Jeff.
Come on, make us smarter.
Give us your comments about
Yes, please write
about
in the comment
sex.
section.
4 o'clock in the morning. And let us know what you think.
Let us
What
know.
you think? How
Listen,
important
I'm ready
is
to
sex
res-
at 4 a.m.
I'm
for
ready to
you?
respond to everybody's comment.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, y'all ever get credit card companies calling y'all? Like, maybe y'all owe some debt to credit card companies and stuff, and they call y'all constantly call y'all to the point that they get to a point where they try to make y'all afraid, as if that.
I've
you
had
know,
it before. I'm really better. I'm
Did they
good
threaten
now.
you, talking about they're gonna take something away?
Yeah, they like get on you like it's their money.
A lot of us think it's the credit card companies that's calling
They're
us,
like,
but
"Bitch."
it's really not the credit card companies. We should all know that at that point, it's a collection agency that's calling you.
That's what it is.
That's what it is, and basically, what you owe to that credit, they sold the debt to the collection agency.
Oh.
So basically, for instance, if you owe $100 to Capital One,
Right.
and you never paid them their money, eventually Capital One's gonna call you, and if you don't respond to their call, what end up happening is they end up putting that debt that you owe them into an auction. So now collection agencies come onto that auction and be able to purchase that debt. Capital One wants something. It's like going to a car auction.
Gotcha.
You repossess a car
Okay.
and you still owe the bank. The bank wants its money back, but they took a loss. So Capital One is going to want something.
Right.
You owe $100, they may take $60 from you,
Gotcha.
from the collection agency. So now that belongs to the collection agency. The collection agency is going to contact you to try to get that debt. Now, here's what the collection agency is going to do. They're going to put some fear in you. They're going to tell you, hey,
Yo,
look,
check.
you know,
with my money.
there you go. They're going to start off
I
with
know
that.
what you made.
There you go. They're going to start off by saying, listen, we could work a payment plan with you. And usually their payment plan is couldn't pay Capital One. They're probably going to call you again and keep calling you and keep calling you. At some point, they're going to call you and threaten you and tell you that, we could take your home away. If you have a car, we could take that car away. So most of us, will be afraid when we hear that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
The best way you could get these credit collection agencies off your back is to pull a squeeze play on them.
A what?
A squeeze
Okay,
play.
listen,
A
people. This is
squeeze
very
play.
important. He's
This
going
is-
to teach you
This
something.
is the first time I've heard of this.
Squeeze play.
Squeeze play is something that you can't Google, and keep in mind you cannot Google. Basically, what you're gonna say to the collection agency is this: you know, how much I owe. They tell you how much you owe. You put them on hold. You come back to the phone. You let them know, hey, look, I have a family member that's an attorney, and he basically told me the best way I could get through this option. I cannot pay, but the best way I could go through this is to file bankruptcy. At that point, the collection agency is going to put you on hold. Because keep in mind, people, collection agencies or whoever you owe debt to, they do not like to hear that word bankruptcy. Because
Okay.
once they hear that, that means that they will not see anything.
Okay.
So that astronomical amount that they ask you to pay, like let's say for instance is $80 or maybe all of it, now they're willing to work with you.
Okay.
Because they know they're not going to get nothing.
Okay.
So now that what they originally asked you to pay is going to be way less.
Right.
So they'll come back and say, hey, look, you know, can you pay $5? Can you pay this? Can you pay that?
And that's the squeeze play.
That's the squeeze play.
Wow.
And as long as you know that, those collection agencies will stop calling you. Keep in mind that debt don't go away.
Right. You
Gotcha.
still got to pay it.
You're still going to have to pay it.
But you might get a good deal and be able to pay it off.
But you might get a good deal to be able to pay it off.
Okay, so I've heard some people say, don't acknowledge that it's your debt when they call you. How responsible is that?
I mean, keep in mind,
Got 1 minute.
collection agencies, it is your debt. We know it's your debt.
Right, you know it's your debt.
You know it's your debt. And this right here could be Googled. They're not able to report it to the credit bureaus if they don't have your original signature. Keep in mind that debt didn't originally come from debtors. They're the ones that obtain your original signature. So technically now, you can literally write a letter to the credit bureaus and tell them that this is not your debt. And now they'll remove it because after they do their investigation, which take usually 30 to 45 days, then they'll remove it off your credit report.
Those are two good tips. Those are two great tips.
Listen, I just learned something.
Keep that in
Squeeze
mind.
play.
Squeeze play.
Squeeze play.
I'm going bankruptcy, filing bankruptcy.
Say I'm filing bankruptcy and work out a deal.
and I ain't
That's
signing
it.
it. And I ain't signing it. It ain't my signature.
That's it.
And that's been Tips with Jeff Jobs.
Hey.
And next week, tune in for the same segment because he's gonna give you more great tips. And it's been a great show, man. We gotta leave next week. I know we got our hot topic. We're gonna do our hot topic
That's right.
next week because we're running behind. But I'm gonna leave y'all with some motivation today. And what I was thinking of, and this has kind of been my theme of right now, this year, and especially since this just happened with Kobe. Just appreciate the moment. Really, really live in the moment and savor the moment. Brother Kobe was just taking his daughter to practice, to a game.
It's a hurt game, yeah.
I took my daughter to practice yesterday in the city, and I really, really enjoyed the time with her because you can actually take your daughter to practice and not make it you and her,
Right.
right? And I just really, really appreciated the moment. So Malik's motivation, Malik's Monday motivation, the show's on a Monday.
You got a title.
Appreciate the little things.
Yeah, that's right.
Appreciate the moment, and appreciate the people around you.
Absolutely.
It's been another great episode, Conversations with Malik, Mona, and Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
We'll see you next week.
Leave comments. Let us know what you want to hear.
Let us know how you like the
Shoot
show.
us some questions so we can
Like us,
touch
love us,
base on it
share
next
us.
week.
No doubt. And we'll have our hot topic next week. And next week, we're going to be talking about social media and how has social media controlled our lives and taken over our lives.
Interesting topic.
Remember, we love you. There's nothing you can do about it.